Why risk your life investment by not having an insurance? It just doesn't make sense. Now, I'm going to show you next insurance that will let you insure your small business without a hassle. So you'll be able to make a quote here online and you'll be able to make the payment and get insured right away. Now, right now, I'm going to show you how to go through the quote process so you can see how easy it is and how affordable it can be for your business. Now, in this case, you can get started right on the website, link provided in the description, and you'll be able to get started by selecting the primary coverage that you might need. But don't worry, if you don't know what you might need, you can go ahead and choose the shop by profession. So that means that depending on your business niche, it's going to be the type of insurance that it's going to cover you. So it gives you flexibility to get the quote that you're going to need. Okay. So in this case, we are going to shop by profession and I'm going to find my business, and you can find a ton of businesses right here. First thing you need to do is select the type of business that is closest to what you do. In this case, office and professionals. In this case, where am I located? California. Let's go ahead and continue. And then I'm going to choose the type of profession that I run. Okay, so in this case, it's marketing. Here we go. Let's go ahead and select it. And we're going to add our email. In this case, I'm going to add my email. Let's go ahead and continue. And it's going to ask me a few questions and you're going to see how easy this is. I mean, it's not complex at all. So my business has one or more employees, uses tools and equipment to operate. In this case, no, but I do have more than one employee. Rents or owns an office business location. Yes. Uses vehicles for business purpose. I am going to enable this, even though it's not required for my business, or none of the above. In this case, those three will fit my needs. Okay. Then I have the option to continue with general liability. So I can go ahead and enable this right now, or I can skip this if I don't need this coverage. Now, I would highly recommend this, and I'm going to enable this for this purpose. But if you are really concerned on the monthly pricing, you can go ahead and turn that off. And let me go ahead and fill out this business details really quickly for you, and I'll continue. I finished adding the demo data, and there's an important question right here that you need to check. And it's, is your mailing address the same as your business address? In this case, I'm going to say yes, so I don't have to fill out a secondary address. But do separate this if your business is located somewhere else, okay? Because obviously you want to be insured where that location is, okay? Then about your ownership structure. In this case, I am going to say I'm an individual, sole partnership. You can select the one that fits your business. Then I'm going to set the year right here, and I'm just going to say 2020. Let's go ahead and continue. Then we have a few more questions. So do I rent or own any permanent locations outside of California? I'm going to say no. Does your business employ any workers outside of California? In this case, I'm going to say yes. Yes, in case I have a remote worker. Let's go ahead and continue. Here we go. Number of owners, in this case, 1. How many employees? I'm going to say 1 more. So that means the total of 2 people in this case. Let's go ahead and continue. Then the expected payroll over the next 12 months. Okay. So first off, I'm going to estimate the business payroll expenses. I'm going to say 40,000. And for the expected total sales, I'm going to say $500,000. All right. So let's go ahead and continue. Remember, that's for the next 12 months. Then has your commercial insurance coverage been canceled, revoked, or non-renewed in the last 3 years? No. Has your business or any of its officers, owners, or partners been convicted, etc.? In this case, I'm gonna say no. Have there been any insurance claims filed in the past 3 years? In this case, no. And then we have the I understand all about all these details. When would you like to be covered? I'm gonna say today, right now, right? So it's gonna continue. Then we have, would you like to include umbrella excess liability coverage? I'm gonna say no for this purpose. Then we have the workers' compensation. Do we want to enable this or not? In this case, I will. But again, as I mentioned, if you want to keep your costs low, maybe you want to disable that. Now let's learn about the payroll for the people that you are paying. So it's going to ask you a few questions. I'm going to say marketing. That's what they are going to do. And then we're going to set the payroll for the expected 12 months. I'm going to say 40,000. Let's go ahead, done. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. Here we go. Expected subcontractor payroll in the next 12 months. None. I'm going to go ahead and continue. Here we go. Let's meet the business owner. So let's go ahead and add the owner right here. That is me. Here we go. Let's go ahead and continue. So a bit about my business. So I will do some photography. I'm going to say telephone answering service. And I'm going to say that's good to go. Let's go ahead and continue. Federal employee FAIN number. And then a bit about my work. So they just want to know if there's things that are risky in this case. So no, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and continue. Has your business ever had worker compensation policy before? No, I'm gonna set no for this one too. Let's go ahead and continue. Now for the property, do I want to set a coverage for this in case there's damage is done? In this case, yes, I will add that coverage. Here we go. My business is located in, and I'm gonna say commercial space I rent. So let's go ahead and continue. About the primary location, and I'm just gonna set these ones really quickly. So about the business property, let's go ahead and set that amount, allocate that one. So let's go ahead and continue. Have there been any insurance claims filed? I'm gonna say no in this case. Let's go ahead and continue. About my work, so has your business or any of its officers, owners, or partners been convicted, etc.? In this case, no. Here we go. It's now preparing my quote, and let's see what that price is gonna come out to. Here we go. We just got our quote for our marketing insurance company, and you're gonna see that these are super affordable prices to be covered. So having that peace of mind for this amount is definitely worth it. So if you don't want like the full coverage, like the Premier and the Deluxe version here plan, then basic is more than enough for a lot of people. So for less than what you are paying for a month-to-month software, you're gonna get coverage that's gonna give you peace of mind. Now, if you wanna get really covered, the Deluxe version for $80 is a fantastic deal. So let me show you what that is going to get you. You can view the details right here. So example scenarios of how this is going to cover the general liability. What is covered? So you got serious injuries, medical payments, advertising copyright infringements. You got your limits right here set. So here we go. So per incident, 1 million, per year, 2 million, deductibles, none. So you don't have to worry about that. Sometimes you'll get an affordable coverage insurance, but there's a high deductible. In this case, no. You got errors in emission, professional liability, per incident, per year, no deductible, and you can edit this application if needed. But getting these coverage for this amount is really good. I mean, if you want peace of mind, if you don't want to risk your life investment in your business, I would definitely recommend that you check out Next Insurance and start your quote right now. So I wouldn't think about it twice. I would go ahead and go through the process of filling out the details and getting your quote right now. So get insured, don't risk it.